A eunuch with a bold heart dares to enter the prison and try to take advantage of a female prisoner, but the next second he is subdued by the prisoner who turns out to be the emperor's woman. A few days ago, modern top actress Lin Shui was on set when a slap from her co-star sent her straight into the imperial selection for consorts. The selection was due to the late emperor's death, and after the crown prince ascended the throne, he neglected the state affairs and retreated into monastic life, leaving all matters to his uncle, the Prince of Qi. The emperor, in pursuit of spiritual cultivation, had been fasting for several days, which worried the empress dowager greatly. She then gathered beautiful women from across the country for the selection. After strict inspections by Lu Ma, only Lin Shui and Qin Yao remained among thousands of candidates. Qin Yao, with an unusual appearance, mocked Lin Shui, saying she had no looks or figure and dared to compete with him, calling it foolish. He even advised Lin Shui to find work at a brothel. Little did they know how arrogant Qin Yao would become and how badly he would suffer soon. When they arrived at the quiet hall, Lu Ma gave each of them a food box. No matter what method they used, they had to make the emperor eat. If one succeeded in making the emperor hungry, they would surely rise to great heights. If they failed, they would be thrown into the snake pit to be fed to snakes. When the palace maid Qin Yao entered the hall barefoot, she felt a chill running down her spine. Confidently placing her hands on the emperor's shoulders, she didn't realize that disturbing his meditation was strictly forbidden, especially with such audacity. This angered the eccentric emperor. How could such a delicate palace maid withstand such punishment? Within 10 lashes, the palace maid was already dead. When Lin Shui saw the guards dragging the broken body of the palace maid, she immediately broke out in cold sweat. Under pressure from Lu Ma, she had no choice but to step into the hall. The next second, her feet slipped, and she fell into the emperor's arms. That eye contact instantly stirred the emperor's desire, who had long since taken refuge in monastic life. The girl immediately knelt and bowed to the emperor. Hearing this, the emperor seemed to feel compassion and did not punish her. Although she escaped the emperor's beating, she still failed to complete the task of making the emperor eat. Leaving was also a death sentence. Just as she was about to give up, she suddenly had a bold idea. Since she was going to die anyway, why not just give up completely? The starving emperor watched as the palace maid ate all the food, then threw her out of the hall. Seeing that Lin Shui successfully completed the task, Lu Ma thought she was extraordinary and introduced her to the empress dowager. Unexpectedly, she was the first palace maid to come out alive from the emperor and even managed to get him to eat. They thought she would receive a reward, but instead, the empress dowager assigned her another impossible task. Meanwhile, the emperor, who had long given up on worldly matters, couldn't help but recall Lin Shui's seductive figure during the day, which made his body increasingly restless. After writing 18,641 times, he finally controlled his desires. Tired, he walked to the bed to sleep but found Lin Shui waiting for him. When she woke up in the morning, she found the emperor wasn't by her side. Lu Ma, who had been waiting outside all night, mistakenly believed the emperor had broken his vows with Lin Shui and was very happy. However, while they were chatting and reporting to the empress dowager, a whip suddenly flew from behind. It was Gu Xiaoxiao, the daughter of the general's family, who loved the emperor and wouldn't let go of her rival Lin Shui. Lu Ma quickly rushed forward to explain that they were going to report to the empress dowager. Fortunately, Lin Shui, who came from the modern era, had learned to jump rope and easily dodged the whip. She even taunted Gu Xiaoxiao with